everybody. Today is going to be my first book shopping trip of the year. I have 2 Barnes & Noble gift cards from Christmas and a Target gift card that I want to use up to buy some new books. If you had watched my Sunday reset vlog, I started making a list of books that I was interested in looking for this shopping trip. But I do think there are other books on my radar that I might check out. Today we're gonna go to Barnes. And I don't know if I'm gonna use both of these. I feel like I should really save them and not use them all up, but I'm very tempted to. Off to Barnes & Noble. Y'all, so it's the next day and now we're at Target to look at the book selection over here. I did get some books yesterday at Barnes and I will show you everything that I got at the end, but I'm very excited to see what they have at Target. I think they tend to have a lot of the popular books in stock, so we will see what they have. I've been eyeing Bride by Ali Hazelwood. So I don't know if I'm gonna end up getting that today. I don't know, it's a little different. I've only read The Love Hypothesis by her, but everyone's been saying good things about Bride, and it's just like interesting because it's a different genre that she's writing this time around, so I think I might check it out. We'll see. So I couldn't choose what to get between those 2 books, but I think I made a good choice. I got a drink. I got a green tea lemonade as a little refreshment. So I got 1 book in Target. They had a lot of books. I was really surprised actually. The last time I was here, I feel like a lot of the books were not stocked. So today they were pretty stocked. It wasn't that busy too, but probably because it's a weekday. So I think this is a good time to go. Since we're over here, I really want to go to Goodwill and check out their book selection over there. If you didn't know, I really like to thrift books. Most of the physical books I have at home are thrifted or from library book sales, so I usually get discounted books. So getting this many full price books is kind of new for me, honestly. But I really want to check out Goodwill and see if we could find anything good. It's a few days later and it's finally time for a book haul. I have acquired a lot of books in the past week and I'm a little scared because my bookshelf is full. But you know what? I'm excited. It's okay. So the first day I went to Barnes and it was so fun to go in there. Like every time I go in there, it just makes me so happy. I haven't been there in a while and it was just so nice to browse and look at the new releases, and I went on a weekday after work and it wasn't that busy, which was really nice. So I ended up getting 4 books there and most of them were on my list that I had. The first book I got was The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. This is a trilogy and this is a book I've been really wanting to get into, and actually when I was checking out, the lady said that this was one of her favorite books, so that really made me more excited to read this. I think I want to get into this very soon. Also, I just really love this cover. I love the colors and stuff. Next is another fantasy book that has been on my radar for a while, and that is One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. Oh wow, is this young adult? The font is so big. I like going into books pretty blind, so I feel like all I will do is will read the blurb and I'll just base it off that. If there's a book I really want to read, I try to avoid like reading too many of people's reviews of it. Literally, like if I'm watching a YouTube video and they're like giving a review, I kind of like skip because I'm like, I just want to go into it blind. Anyways, I'm very excited to get into this as well. Another beautiful cover. And the last two books were part of the buy one, get one 50% off deal that Barnes like always has. And the first book I got was Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. I wanted to get a nonfiction book, and this is one of the books I had on my radar for a while. I think it's just, it looks cute. And it looks like an easy read. Something light. I know a lot of people like this book, and I just thought I'd try it out. I don't know, I just wanted something different. I don't know, she just talks about love. Bad dates, good friends, above all eyes. Oh, okay. It's wildly funny, occasionally heartbreaking. It's about growing up, growing older, and learning to navigate friendships, jobs, loss, and romance along the way. So I like this. This sounds like a fun concept. And the last book I got from Barnes was Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. This, I know this book was really popular like last year when it came. Didn't it come out in 2022? I don't know, but I remember it was very popular like around the time it first came out, and I was like, I've never read a sports romance even till this day. So I know a lot of people like sports romance. I don't even like sports in general that much, so that was just like a subgenre that I kind of stayed away from because I'm like, I don't know if I'll like it. But I don't know, I saw this there and I was like, I was inclined to pick it up because I feel like a lot of people like this book. And just, I know, just because a lot of people like it doesn't mean I'll like it. But I was like, you know what? I want to try something different. And I feel like this is a popular sports romance. So I was like, I feel like this is the one I should try. All I know is that he's a hockey player. She's a figure skater. Don't they have to like share a rink or something? I don't know. I don't want to know too much. But I feel like it's going to be so cute. The next day I went to Target, as you saw. They had a good range of books. I think I already said that. But they had a lot of books stocked. I was debating between Forever Interrupted by Taylor Jenkins Reid because I do want to collect all of her books eventually, and I love like the newer covers she has. But I was like, I don't know if I'm really gonna read that right now because it seems like kind of a sad one. I was debating between Forever Interrupted and Bride by Ali Hazelwood, and I think I had explained that Bride is something a little different for me, and I haven't really read a lot of Ali Hazelwood's books, but I did end up picking Bride. I saw that it was a Target exclusive with bonus content, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna get that because it's exclusive. I'm like totally falling for the schemes that publishers do when they do that. I fell for it. She's a vampire, he's a werewolf, and they have a marriage of convenience, I believe is the trope that's going on with this book. I also want to go into this blind. I haven't really read any vampire werewolf type stories before other than Twilight, and I don't know how people feel about that in comparison to this. But I've seen a lot of people talking about this recently because it just came out and a lot of people are liking it, so I don't know. I just feel excited. I feel like getting these books right now has really pushed me into like trying new genres, which feels so good. After we went to Target, I really wanted to go to Goodwill and look at the book selection there. A lot of the books I have been thrifted or like already used, and I found so many good finds previously, so I was like, you know what, let's just stop by and see what they have. And I was surprised that I actually found a few books that I liked or were interested in. I highly recommend checking out like a Goodwill or Savers, any type of thrift store around you, because they could have good books there and they're really discounted. Each book I got was $2 each, which was crazy. So I got 3 books for $6. The first book I saw was The Paleontologist by Luke Dumas. It still has the Barnes stickers on them. It says the monthly pick and the 50% off. The last time I went to Barnes, they had this as their monthly pick. I don't remember what month it was though. And I was looking at it. If you didn't know, I love the Jurassic Park movies and just like dinosaur stuff in general. So I saw this and I was like, oh, I'm kind of interested. It looked like a mystery thriller type book. Another thing to know about me is I love the Night at the Museum movies, and this book feels like a combination of that movie and just like Jurassic Park as well. So basically we have a paleontologist who is at a museum. Ooh, he also has a sister who was abducted from the museum, a recent breakup, and the death of an aunt. So he has a lot of stuff going on. So basically, he starts seeing and hearing things he can't explain, strange animal sounds, bloody footprints that no living creature could have left, a prehistoric killer looming in the shadows of the museum. Terrified he's losing his grasp on reality, Simon turns to the handwritten research of diaries of his predecessor and uncovers a blood-soaked mystery 150 million years in the making that could be the answer to everything. I think that sounds so cool. So there is like a mystery aspect to it, but there's also like thrilling. I mean, is it coming alive at night? Like that's the vibes I was getting, which I know sounds so silly, but like, I don't know if it sounds silly. I think it sounds really good. This is intriguing to me. So I picked this up. I was really excited to find this. Thank you, Goodwill. The next book was The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. This was a book I never thought to pick up, honestly, but I've heard many good things about it and I saw it there and I was like, you know what, maybe I should try it. I think it's more of like a general fiction book, so I was like, you know what, I need to widen. I have so many fiction books that I haven't read because I never like gravitate towards it, but I feel like this one is really interesting because it deals with like time and choices we could have made differently and other lives we might have had and stuff. So just looking on the back, but I feel like this is interesting because sometimes I spiral when I think about these things, as funny as it sounds. But yeah, very excited for this. And the last book I found was such a good find, and that is The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. I've been wanting to read this book. I've just been pushing it off. I was gonna read it on Kindle Unlimited because it was on there, but I saw the physical copy and I was like, okay, I'll get it. It's in pretty good condition too, I'd say. I hate that it has this. It says great price. Like, what are we doing? I was kind of in the mood to read this, but I just finished None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell, so I feel like I need to like space out the mystery thriller books before getting into this one, but I feel like I'm gonna read this one really soon. So those are all of the books that I got this past week. I'm so excited and I'm so happy with the picks I've chosen. I feel like I'm gonna read them all right now. I want to read them all right now. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this little book shopping vlog. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's video and I'll see you guys next time.